Okay, it's Sunday, day 2. I am going to go early today. I want to get a couple of pre-rides of the course. That seemed to make me a lot more confident. Of course, you know, pre-riding the course makes you more confident. There will be 2 other guys that weren't there yesterday that will be on the course today. I don't know how strong they are. I know one of them is a Cat 2. The other guy I don't know. I think I'm just going to go hard at the very beginning and try to get a gap. Now that I'm more confident, you know, in the course. I mean, it's reverse, so there's a couple of areas I need to get correct. Supposedly they filled up one of the bumps because it was getting really bad. That was one of the ones that I almost racked my chin on. It's going to be, do I need to run up that final climb out, or can I bike it? Because it's kind of slippery and rocky, and I don't know if I can ride up it. All right, guys, so here we go. 35 plus had this Le Mans start. I think it's called Le Mans start, where they have to run to the bikes. Check this guy out. Oh, he misses getting on the bike. And then we start on our bikes. We don't have that kind of start. I really need to work on sprinting it at the very beginning. It just feels so wrong. It's the roadie in me. Watch this. Oh. This guy loses momentum, and now I'm kind of just stuck behind him a little bit, and we're going through some corners. So I'm just kind of being patient, and I want to see if he brings me up closer to these guys. And it looks like he's letting the gap open, so I'm just going to wait and come underneath him. I just put on a little bit of gas and then get up to these guys. Now we're going into this pine tree section, and there's like pine needles or leaves, and it's just really dry and shifty, so you have to be careful going around these corners. And so I know that if I take the corner, it's better to keep it as tight as possible and not go out wide, because a lot of the pine needles have been pushed out wide and you can slip out. Watch this thirsty bear guy. Ooh, that looked like it hurt. He like landed on his hand, weird. So of course, we attack and we hit it hard. I never saw the thirsty bear guy again. I know he was racing. I don't know if he hurt himself. You know, looking at the slow-mo, it looks like he hurt his hand, but can't really tell. I'm sitting on this guy's wheel to see how hard he's gonna go. And then I decide, you know, he's not really going hard enough. So I'm gonna come around him. And so as soon as we hit this dirt section, I hit it hard and come around him. But this section where you just dive in, I had to be conscious of not scrubbing speed and hitting my brakes. It's such a bad habit of like going into a section and knowing that I don't need to scrub off speed. I can just carry my momentum through, but it's just this bad habit of wanting to grab the brakes. So that guy comes up underneath me again. And we're getting ready to go dip down into this tight corner that comes up this little climb right here. I was already on top of him. He kind of took the outside line. You can see I almost went to the left to go over the little hill, but it was slippery. And I actually tried to come around and then slipped in the dirt because it was really dry there. The line that he took was the one that I've usually taken, and that's the better line. It just wasn't as slippery over that little bump with the dirt. Right here, this is this little off-camber section, and I'm already thinking about how I'm gonna come around this guy. So right here, I just kind of launch.
then get through these corners, and I want to hit this really, really hard because we're going to dive down into this grassy section. There's no brakes. You can just let it open and let it rip. It's so awesome to be able to just like, just go full gas. And we're going into the sand pit. And so this is different from yesterday because it's reverse. And for some reason, even in my pre-ride, just could not get this right. A few times I got it. I think I got it right like 2.5 times. And I wanted to get out to this outside section where it wasn't as deep. The guy that was following me, the photographer says, that guy just went over the bars. So I guess he had gone over the bars. I really wish I had a rear camera because we'd be able to see that. So I take the opportunity to just hit it. And at this point, I'm just focused on getting up these stairs, hop off, get back on. For some reason, I almost like just come to a stop. I did it so much better the day before where I carried a little bit of momentum, but this time it just like come almost to a stop a few times. Now this is going back down into the forest, and it has those two little dips, those bumps, and they filled one of them in, but I slowed down here a little bit because I know that I don't want to hit those really hard because I had racked my chest the day before and almost smashed my chin hitting these too hard. And then as soon as I get out of those dips, I would just turn it back on and go through this little cobbly, bumpy section. And in talking to Lars had a really good tip. He's like, just go up to the point of the hill where you have to jump off and be ready to jump off and then just carry your momentum. So that's what I was doing, and it seemed to work and be pretty quick. Every time I came through this, even though I never high-sided it, I kept just thinking, hey, I'm gonna high-side. And this is this off-camber section. So this wasn't bad until you got to about right here. And if you went too far to the left, you went too far to the right, you were slipping out. And on one of my laps, I almost did. It like my back end came out just a little bit, but I caught it. The first time I pre-rode this, hopping down this because it's so steep, I was so nervous about doing it, and after a while I just got used to it. I was also on my brakes. I suppose I could probably take it faster, but there's this hairpin turn right there, and so I didn't want to have too much speed going into it. In one of my laps, I actually saw a guy who had gone through the tape through there, so he missed the corner and went right through the tape. So at this point, I have no idea where that other guy was from my field. So for the first 2 laps, I kept on the gas, and then by lap 3, I just let off the gas. Here's another place where I had to consciously not scrub my brakes so that I could just use the speed and momentum, don't hit my brakes, to come up around this corner. But mentally, I just wanted to like it's like a pacifier, just tapping my brakes, and I had to stop doing that. So in talking to Lars, he told me to take the high line, and it's just to go over the roots, and then you have a better and faster corner right there to be able to take the apex better, and it's just faster. So thanks for the tip, Lars, if you're watching. During the pre-ride, I actually hit my shoulder, and so every single time I took that, I just kept thinking about, like, I hit my shoulder on the tree, and I actually had a little scrape from the tree. This guy's not in my field. He might be in the 35s, not sure. And that's lap 1. there's another 35 plus guy. I almost hit the tree again. You'll see from the slow-mo, I start to dive into the tree, realize I'm doing it because I'm not paying attention and just kind of getting tired. Move over to the right just a little bit, and I almost lost my wheel off the root and ate it, but managed to catch it. I got distracted here watching this lady here and took the wrong line in the sand and just came to a grinding halt. I was like, ah. That's John Simmons.
Hey, dude. Remember when we go?
The sand was really deep, and for whatever reason, I just could not get it. So I did not ride up the hill the whole way. I did like maybe halfway, rode it, just carrying momentum, and then hopped off really quick and carried the bike up the rest of the way of the hill. Here's another view into the sand. I think this was 4th lap, and I tried to ride the sand again. I'm determined I'm gonna get through the sand. And I still get it wrong. And I just come to a grinding halt again. Oh, that guy ate it. So this time I just took the lower line and didn't mess with the tree anymore. I had enough of a gap and I didn't want to hit the tree. I don't know why that was stuck in my head. You know, just things get in your head. So check this out. There's a guy who has broken his fork.
Get off the track, get off the track!
So he came into this too hot, probably a little bit too front loaded on his wheel and busted his fork. That's it, guys. I took the win.
Good job, guys. Good job. Thank you. Yeah.
Terry, what'd you think of the course?
Challenging.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about you?
Fun, definitely challenging. This one had its own set of challenges compared to yesterday, I think.
Oh, definitely.
Yesterday was like very, very punchy.
Yes.
Today seemed less punchy.
Loose. It was loose.
It was loose.
Yes.
Very loose.
Yes.
Forrest.
Darren, Sim English.
Hey guys, so first place. Oh, good, dude, man. I had so much fun, had a great time. The sprint, there was a thirsty bear guy that was ahead in the sprint, and so I was trying to get around guys and was sitting third wheel, and he went too hard through the slippery corner that's back out here in the woods, and he ate it. So me and this other guy attacked, and I was sitting on his wheel, then I came around him, and then he came around me, and we were just trying to trading blows, going back and forth. Rode the sand. I think I rode it 3 times, and then the 4th, 5th, 6th time I just ran it because I was getting tired. Saw more guys crash. I think it's just a little bit drier and slipperier. Is that a word? Slipperier. Those dips back there. Some guy busted his wheel or his fork or something. And so on those areas, I was just like, slow down, just let the bike float. Don't take it too hard, because yesterday I was going too fast through there, and I actually have a bruise. I have a bruise right here from hitting my stem. Clifton Races, I know it's been a heck of a year for you guys. Thanks for putting this on. This has been super fun, and the environment that you put on. So big shout out to you. I'm gonna put a link in the description to Clifton Races. You can check out their races. They do mountain bike and gravel races and cyclocross races. And even through COVID, they're doing their best to get us out here, get the community out here racing, having a good time. As always, guys, like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you in the next episode. Bye.